Yes, my people, welcome back to another video and welcome back today to the Glory Hunter Challenge. Today is the day that we could be lifting the Premier League title for the first time in the Glory Hunter Challenge. The first time we win a league title, and we would have completed England if we can get at least a point here today against Aston Villa. In about 20 minutes time, we could be lifting the Premier League title. Now, this is quite poetic that we are playing today against Aston Villa. Of course, we started the Glory Hunter Challenge at Aston Villa, where, look, as we can see, in our first season, we finished third in the Premier League and we won the FA Cup. In the second season with Chelsea, we finished third in the Premier League yet again. And then we won the Conference League. And then in this season now, we are 1 point away from the Premier League title. And not only are we 1 point away from the Premier League title, but we are only one game away from the Champions League trophy as well. We're having a fantastic season. And it's all coming down to these last two episodes. If we win the Premier League here today, we have finished England. If we win the Champions League, we are 100% leaving Chelsea at the end of the year. If we don't, there is room for thinking. But if we just have a look at who is insecure, there is nobody. The PSG. Oh my God. Oh, no way. Oh my God. Wait, PSG can't win the league. PSG can't win the league. If I declare interest in that, oh, that would be naughty. Okay, the PSG job could be an unreal shout. Just go to France for a year or two, absolutely smash it, and then just fuck off. That would be unbelievable. They've still got all their good players as well. They've still got Saliba, Gilberto Mora, João Neves. That could be a shout. Okay then. This is why we check these things. If we win the Premier League here today, which, let's be honest, we've got Aston Villa, then City, and then Everton. We need a point. We should get a point in one of these three games. Like we should. We should be getting a point. We should be winning the league here today. That's just like facts, in it, really. Like we should be. I think if we win the Premier League here today, I think I will declare interest in that job. And then if we don't win the Champions League with Chelsea, it's not necessarily the worst thing. Because there's other teams we can win the Champions League at. And I think passing up the opportunity to maybe try and get that PSG job would be silly. Because that is a one and done in France. You should do that in a year. 2 at the very worst. So I think that might be the play. I think that might be the play. So what are we then going to do? I'm going to show you the highlights because we haven't actually had a little highlight session yet this season. So we're going to watch the highlights of this Wolves-Chelsea game. Thomas Tuchel, interestingly, is the manager. So we're going to watch the highlights of this game and then we're going to show the lineup and then we're going to get straight into the action. So Vinicius Jr. opened the scoring in this one. I don't actually think I've done highlights for Chelsea. I think I've done double live comms pretty much every episode for the last 10, 15, 20 episodes. Anyway, Reece James finding Giovanni Quenda, who played out on this right-hand side for us in this game. As Cucurella finds Quenda and Giovanni Quenda heads down to find Vinicius Jr. And Vinicius Jr. taps home / smashes home to make it Chelsea 1, Wolves 0. Our youngster Alan Kennedy then scored his first Premier League goal of the season. He actually got man of the match in this game, which is absolutely fantastic. João Pedro assist for this one. As Kennedy playing it simple there, doing really well, and then finding João Pedro. João Pedro goes back to him. They play a 1-2, and it's a lovely finish from Alan Kennedy into that bottom right corner. Cucurella then got himself a goal with Reece James crossing it in, and it heads down from Fofana, and Cucurella smashes home on the volley to make it 3-0. Arias then did get a goal back, unfortunately, for Wolves. As Mosquera finding Neil. Strand Larsen finding Arias, who gives it back to Strand Larsen. Fer Lopez then slots Arias through, and it's a lovely finish into the bottom corner. João Pedro then made it Chelsea 4 as it's headed away, but only as far as Alan Kennedy, who does well to find Schlotterbeck. Fofana then finding Reece James, and Reece James pulls it back to João Pedro, and João Pedro slots it into the goal to make it Chelsea 4, Wolves 1. And that was the end of that game. So good to see some highlights of some goals that we missed. And then let's get into the lineup that we're going with to try and win the Premier League here today. Now, Cole Palmer is not back yet, and Nico Paz is not back yet either. He is back in a couple of days. So unfortunately, he will miss this game. So we're going with Garcia in goal. Reece James starts right back and captain, looking to lift the Premier League trophy here today. Fofana and Nico Schlotterbeck is our centre-back partnership, with Cucurella the other full-back and rounding out the back four. The ever-present midfield two of Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez both start today, with Giovanni Quenda on the left, João Pedro in place of the injured Nico Paz in the 10, with Esteban in place of the injured Cole Palmer out on the right, and Vinicius Jr. looking for his 20th Premier League goal of the season starts up top for Chelsea here today. So, all the talking is done. We now play against our former club at Stamford Bridge, looking to try and lift the Premier League title. So let's see if we can lift the Premier League title and see how Aston Villa will be lining up for it. Okay then, here we are for the game of all games. And interestingly, the guy I bought, the last player I ever bought at Villa, is starting here today. So they have gone with a 4-2-3-1 formation. Emi Martinez starts in goal. Ex-Chelsea man Josh Achiampong starts right back, with Ezri Konsa, Daniel Gonzalez and Ishi Samuel Smith, ex-Chelsea man as well, starts left back, with a midfield two of Bogard and El Ainau, with Morgan Rogers on the right, Facundo Torres on the left, Alvaro Montoro leading the in the 10, with Jackson Muleka leading the line for Villa. I have no idea why they've gone with such a weird team here today. I'm very confident going into this game, as confirmation of the Chelsea lineup selected to do the job here today and try and win the Premier League title. And there is the Aston Villa lineup as well. And there you can see Aston Villa all the way down in 13th, missing the glory days of when we were in charge of Villa. And here we go then, at Stamford Bridge, as Maleka gets us underway for the final time, well, potentially the final time in the Premier League ever in the Glory Hunter Challenge. All we need is a point. Point is good enough, and that is all we need. That is all we are trying to get. As Gonzalez goes into Samuel Smith. It looks really quick. I don't know why. It's not. Reece James finding Esteval. Into Vinicius Jr. And Chelsea's record signing ever puts them 1-0 up in their game to win the title. It will go to VAR. And it's been awarded. Vinicius Jr. gets his 20th Premier League goal of the season. Esteval, João Pedro finds him. It's a brilliant run and a beautiful finish into the bottom corner. And as I said, Chelsea's record signing ever puts them 1-0 up. And that is good enough to be champions here today, which is absolutely beautiful. Got off to a bit of a slow start, did Vinicius Jr., but his middle of the campaign was absolutely fantastic. Cucurella now. Morgan Rogers intercepting and finding Achiampong. Reece James does well there though. And it falls now to Esteval when it's just over from the Brazilian. Enzo Fernandez switching over to Reece James as Everton find themselves 5-0 up against Sunderland. Enzo Fernandez goes to Caicedo, who finds Giovanni Quenda into Vinicius Jr. The two of them playing a 1-2, and Vinicius Jr. off the post from the Brazilian. And Reece James just tries to get it back in the middle, but Emi Martinez does collect that. Vinicius Jr. looking for multiple goals here today. As Reece James finding Caicedo. João Pedro now into Reece James again. Into Esteval. Caicedo finding Reece James, who then finds João Pedro, who goes back to Reece James. Reece James cutting in. Can he go for goal? It's just wide from the Chelsea captain. Cucurella now. Schlotterbeck finding Enzo Fernandez, who goes wide to Fofana. Reece James finding Esteval. Good first touch from the young Brazilian, who goes to Enzo Fernandez, and it's just over yet again. Chelsea really knocking on the door of Aston Villa here, looking for that second goal. I think it's a very weird team that they've put out. Like, he's not great. He's not great. I'm very surprised at the team that they've put out. Like, he isn't amazing. He's not awful, but I'm surprised that they're not playing Cash. They're not playing Lewis Potter. They're not playing Gesand. Murray Campbell, I think, is the young Chelsea right back we used last year. As Keane Lewis Potter does now come on for the ex-Chelsea Youth Academy player. As Chelsea get us underway for the second half here. Martinez switching out to Lewis Potter. Facundo Torres now driving into the middle, but dispossessed by Schlotterbeck, who then finds João Pedro. The ball over the top to Vinny is on, and he finds him. Vinicius Junior. It's a good finish from Vinicius Junior yet again. The defenders are appealing for offside. VAR will check, and it has been disallowed. He should have played that ball that like couple of touches earlier. He should have played it there, but he just played it that little bit too late. Good run from Vinny though, and a good finish as well. Good ball from João Pedro as well. Just the timing of it all was just off that little bit, that little fraction. As it is 0-0 in the game between Manchester City and Villa and Arsenal. So even if we were to lose this game now, as long as Arsenal don't win, we would win the title. But we want to win it in style. Fernandes switch out to Cucurella. Cucurella goes back to Enzo Fernandez, and it's a good save from Emi Martinez there. And even though it is only 1-0, we have definitely been the dominant side here today. I'm going to praise the boys because they've been absolutely fantastic all season long. As Manchester City are now 1-0 up, actually. It's been a two-horse title race this whole season, and Arsenal could somehow finish third, which is laughable, really. Giovanni Quenda not having a fantastic game here. We're going to bring the young wonder kid Alan Kennedy on. I'm going to leave Reece James on because I don't want Reece James to be in a training kit. I want him to be in an actual kit. We'll bring Enzo Fernandez off, and we'll just leave it at that. As we go into the final 15 minutes. Fucking it's 3-0 in the City game now. Bloody hell. Disappointed maybe to only win 1-0. As we're into the final 5 minutes now of normal time. But we've won the game. Well, we're winning the game. And that is all that matters. That is all that we needed to do. As we go to the final 2 minutes now. And Chelsea have done it. We are Premier League champions. And there is the man behind it all. Your glory hunter challenge. Man. As we take the long walk out. And of course, Reece James is there at the end of the pile. Reece James lifting the Premier League up high for Chelsea. Just taking a screenshot for Twitter. An absolutely outstanding achievement. Doing it against our former team as well. Absolutely fantastic. You love to see it. You really do. Because of course we haven't won the Premier League for a while. We've stopped the dominance. And it's actually been 11 years since Chelsea last won the title. 11 years since someone other... To be fair, other than Leicester, no one other than Chelsea, Liverpool and City have actually won the league since 2013. That is pretty mental. But we have now won the league. We can get 99 points this year as well. That is outstanding. We move up the list as we've now got 7, which puts us level with Villa. Which is brilliant. Making history at Chelsea. As we've won the Premier League title. You love to see it. That is it from me in terms of the Football Manager side of this. But we need to take you to the Glory Hunter screen. So I'll be back with the Glory Hunter screen where we can crown ourselves officially Premier League champions. Okay then. Here we are on the Glory Hunter screen. And as we can see, we have won the Premier League the Conference League and the FA Cup. We have now officially completed England, and we are 3 out of 13 trophies down. We are almost a quarter of the way through the Glory Hunter Challenge already in season 3. 3 seasons in, and we have won 3 different trophies. And we have the Champions League trophy coming up next in tomorrow's video. I, for one, am very excited for that. And you all should be too, as we take on Real Madrid in the Champions League final tomorrow. So, if you don't want to miss that video, then you know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you do not miss that video. If you don't want to miss that video and you want to find out another way of not missing out on that video, then don't forget to check out my Twitter. Link is in the description, because I post on Twitter when my videos are going live and when the video is officially live. So if you don't want to miss that, then make sure you drop me a follow and turn on notifications on my Twitter as well. While you're there, don't forget to follow my Twitter as well. I'm not sure when I'll be streaming next, but I do post on Twitter letting you know when I am going live on my Sleaford Town save, which of course was the 1 o'clock video today. So if you haven't checked that out as well, don't forget to go and check that out as well. Don't forget to check out the playlists tab on my channel. It's where every single video will be in chronological order in each of the videos. Playlists, the Liverpool AV save, the Liverpool save, the Glory Hunter save, and the Sleaford Town mid and end of season reviews. And that is it from me today. We are Premier League champions, and I don't see a better note to end it on. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for the Champions League final. Peace.